Welcome to the Meyer Capstone Inventory Model. We're going to do a walkthrough of our inventory model, testing the implementation of Phase 2 culture products on the available space of DC801. The model is composed of a dashboard with relative visualizations for Meyer. There is a data inputs page where Meyer can change assumptions on holding cost, setup cost, quality hold, safety stock, and demand growth, as well as the future year's projections. There are two production pages, one in terms of cases and the other in terms of gallons. There are two inventory pages, one in terms of cases and the other in terms of pallets. For each DC, there is a shipments, cumulative demand, and 3 daily demand tabs in order to account for expected demand growth. The second tab is the data inputs page, where you can change various assumptions within the model. Column B shows the description of each item. Column F is our assumed economic order quantity based on the EOQ model, which is the square root of 2 times the annual demand times the setup cost divided by the holding cost. Column L shows the holding cost, determined by the equation product cost times product margin, which we assumed was 30%, multiplied by the carrying cost of inventory, which is 25%, then multiplied by units per case, used to determine the holding cost for an entire product. Column M is the setup cost, which is the product of the following 3 columns, N through P, containing the products people required, hourly wage, and setup time. Column Q, we have the quality hold for 4 days worth of inventory. Column R shows the safety stock at DC801. Column S through U are the minimum order quantities. Columns W through Y are the approximate safety stock at each item at the other 3 DCs. Column AE is the assumed demand growth rate of the 80 cultured products, which can be changed depending on various scenarios Meyer can test. Column AF exhibits the hypothetical future year Meyer is attempting to analyze within the inventory model. Columns AC and AD determine the 1-year growth rate based on the growth rate of column AE. If the year changes to year 5 at an assumed growth rate of 4.5%, this will be 1-year growth rate of 25%. On the Dashboard tab, we have 3 illustrations of specific metrics Meyer is interested in. The first graph depicts a year's worth of aggregated inventory and pallets for 80 cultured products. The second graph shows the average days in inventory before the products are shipped to the other DCs. The final graph is the distribution of product setups per day. On the y-axis is the percentage of yearly occurrence, and on the x-axis is the number of product setups per day. Each DC has its own demand page with numbers given to us by Meyer for 2015. This information helped us to create a production and shipment schedule for DC801. Next, we will look at the production schedule. Each day, Meyer produces according to economic batch size in order to meet demand. Now we will look at the Shipments tab. Similar to production, each cell has a formula to determine if a shipment is required for DC801 to the other 3 DCs. There is also an inventory check to make sure we do not ship product that is not available. The Inventory tab shows the total end of day inventory for all 80 cultured products. The starting inventory for each product is composed of an economic batch size plus safety stock plus quality hold. Secondly, the end of day inventory is determined by the sum of yesterday's inventory plus today's production minus today's shipments to the other stores and DCs. This tool is intended to be a basic projection of possible levels of inventory according to different setup of assumptions. This model will allow Meyer to test their projected growth in order to determine inventory space for the 80 cultured products.